Hello and welcome to the first episode of Behind the Scenes of Soft UK. Now, this is a series of podcasts and videos that is just going to give you a bit of a glimpse into what goes on behind the scenes at Soft UK, a bit more insight into how we work, how we operate, and some of the really exciting things that we've got coming up in the future. We'll be taking you on a journey of planning our virtual event and all the speed bumps and hurdles that we have to overcome to be able to make it the best event it possibly can be and bring families together in September. It's our 30th year anniversary and we can't wait to share some more details with you, and along the way all the planning and everything that goes into it, and just kind of give you a glimpse into how we're doing that, some of the considerations we're making, and give you a few teasers of what to expect when that event comes around. We'll also be sharing details with some of the exciting projects that we're working on and some of the exciting work that our volunteers and our team are doing to keep Soft alive and really reach out and make this the most amazing community it possibly can be. So let's get this latest episode of Behind the Scenes of Soft UK going and start off with the virtual event. Now, originally we were planning on having a physical event to bring everybody together for our 30th anniversary, but taking on board the feedback that was shared by our community and some of the concerns that people had about being together, especially with the uncertainty that's coming up in the future, we decided that we were going to make this a virtual event, which is completely new to us. As you can imagine, it's taking a lot of learning and there's a lot of tech stuff going on in the background. We're currently exploring our different options that are available to us because we want to make this the most interactive experience we possibly can. The absolute last thing that we want to do is just have a Zoom call where we have loads of slides and we just talk at you. We want to be able to have you guys interacting and being the amazing community that you already are. Everybody's got so many incredible things to share, and one of the best things that we find about these sort of events is the fact that everybody gets to know different people, share their experience, talk to others, and just build lifelong friendships that carry on into the future. So we are looking at the best way to possibly make that happen. We've also got some incredible guest speakers as well, both nationally and internationally. So again, we're working at the logistics of how best to do that. They'll be bringing amazing speeches and talks that you'll be able to listen to, but there'll also be an opportunity for you to be able to talk with them, to be able to share some of your experience and ask you questions as well. So it's very early stages in terms of the actual logistical side of the thing, but we've got an awful lot mapped out for everybody. It's going to be an incredible experience and we really can't wait to bring this to life. But like I said, we're currently exploring some of the ways that we can really make this happen. There are a couple of different platforms we've currently got our eyes on and they look absolutely fantastic. There's some really, really good things in the pipeline. Now, hopefully in our next episode of Behind the Scenes with Soft, we will have a interview with our operations manager and she'll be able to go through some of the different hurdles and different things that we've kind of come up against that we didn't really expect. Our initial thought with planning a virtual event was it would probably have obviously some logistical planning and some complications there to come up against in terms of the tech side of it. But there's a lot more that's come out of the woodwork as we started to plan this. It's going to be very interesting to see how this works. Now, if you are a fellow charity or even an organisation or a business, it's definitely worthwhile maybe following through with these podcasts and videos to get an idea of some of the challenges that we've faced, because these are really going to be transferable issues that apply to so many different people. And obviously, if you're a fan of Soft UK, then you're going to want to come along anyway, just to see how I went from having a full head of hair to having absolutely no hair at all, being part of the planning for this virtual event. So very early stages at the moment in terms of the virtual event. We have the agenda and we have everything planned out, and now we are just bringing this to life. So in future episodes, we will be sharing more and more of that with you. Now, something else that is really exciting is a current collaborative piece that we've got going on with Public Health England. Now, one thing that we find time and time again, whether or not it's speaking to an expectant parent, if it's somebody who's gone through a journey of trisomy, is that those initial stages when it comes to prenatal testing can often be, I suppose, very isolating and very confusing. Now, we have a collaborative project going on at the moment with Public Health England, where we're doing a piece with NHS Digital to be able to make something that will really help to make that experience just a little bit easier to understand. We have different focus groups taking place, and we also have one-to-one calls with people who have a journey and experience of trisomy, and they'll be taking place with NHS Digital so they can get a better understanding of what that entire journey looks like. So that way, when people face those initial diagnoses, they're not then kind of sat there wondering what happens next. It's going to be a much clearer picture and something that will really help to make that experience so much easier to understand and just a little bit more bearable. It's a piece of work that really aims to make that initial experience so much easier to understand and to make that journey so much easier to navigate going forward. I just want to take a moment to say thank you so much to everybody who's been involved so far. We've had so many amazing people come forward to be involved in the focus groups and the one-to-one calls as well. And your experience and your story and your willingness to help is really going to help to shape that experience in the future for so many people who will face these issues going forward. So thank you so much on behalf of Soft UK and also with Public Health England. It's a project that's close to my heart, and I know it will be the same for so many people listening to this podcast today or watching us on video. So we will be sharing more details as to how that transpires and what that looks like, and some of the outcome as well, because we're really excited to see what that piece looks like in the end. We've been working busily behind the scenes to be able to expand our video library and also our audio library as well. So back in Trisomy Awareness Month, we launched a series of podcasts and videos, and if you are somebody out there who is listening through these platforms and you have a story to share, by all means, please get in contact with us. We'll have the contact details in the description because we would love to expand this as well. We've had so much incredible feedback from families out there who have listened to these stories and watched these videos and just taken so much away from it. So again, if you have a story to share, get in contact because these stories really do have an incredible impact and they've made such a difference to so many people out there. And going forward, we are absolutely looking at expanding that library and just bringing more and more stories and more different types of experience out to the general public, so that way people have more of an understanding of these conditions, what to expect and what that journey might look like. Fingers crossed, the more we expand this library, the more that we can help people just to understand the conditions that so many of us are becoming familiar with and just remove some of the taboo when it comes to talking about these things and help people just be able to have an open and honest conversation in the future. So as always, make sure you subscribe to whatever platform you're listening or watching on, and that way you'll be able to get the best content as it comes out in the future. So that's it for the introduction to Behind the Scenes at Soft UK. We really hope you've enjoyed this, and it will come along in the future as well for some more episodes where we interview different people behind the scenes, share more information behind what's happening at Soft UK, and obviously take you on that journey towards our virtual event. There's so much happening and we can't wait to share all of that information with you, and this will be going alongside our newsletters in the future, but this is just giving you a bit more of a casual approach to what goes on behind the scenes and what happens with Soft UK. In the meantime, thank you so much for your continued support, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye!